So in 1 year of being a YouTube channel, how much money did SoundLearn make? Well, about a year ago, I started this channel, the one you're watching right now.
Right now, I'm filming this video in January of 2023. If you're watching it, it should be January of 2024.
As you can see, things look very different, and I had no real idea what the channel was going to be, where it was going to go. And so I figured it might be a good time now to recap what my first year on YouTube was like.
You are watching SoundLearn.
To say that this channel gained 4,000 subscribers in 1 year would be a tiny bit dishonest, and I'll explain why. This channel actually started way back in 2012 when I got the bright idea to start making YouTube tutorials.
Hey, and welcome to SoundLearn. Today's tutorial is how to program virtual drums.
I wish I would have kept going, but I didn't. I made maybe like 6 or 8 tutorials, and I completely forgot about them after they got maybe like 5 views, and they were probably all my friends. And I just completely forgot about it until in 2021, I got suggested my own video on my YouTube algorithm, my personal YouTube algorithm. And I was like, wait, SoundLearn, that's me.
Whoa, whoa. Here I come. Oh, here I come.
And that video somehow had garnered 50,000 views. And I was extremely confused because I never pushed it, I never did anything. But what that told me was that don't try to understand the algorithm. If it ever decides that you've made good content and it wants to share it, it'll share it. And so that gave me inspiration to give it a second go around. That second go around lasted, I think, like 6 videos before I gave up again. Life was changing, there was a lot of stuff going on. So I gave up on that again. And then 2022 rolled around, and toward the end of 2022, I decided to leave my job and I wanted to try something new. One of those things was this itch that I wanted to scratch, which was giving YouTube a real proper shot. And that just meant for me creating videos on a consistent basis and doing it for 1 year and seeing what happened. I had a soft goal of like getting 1,000 subscribers and getting monetized, but really I was just like, let me see what happens if I give it a year. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I've given it a shot, now I can officially die. But as you know from the title, I'm still doing this and it's gone pretty well, all things considered. And so going back to what I said, to say that I got 4,000 subscribers in a year would be a little bit dishonest because from that one video that blew up with 50,000 views, I got like 400 subscribers. Now, while you might be hearing that and saying, well, that's not fair, you had a leg up. That didn't end up proving to be true because all of the people that had subscribed from that video were probably not even using the same account or had moved on or didn't even remember that they had subscribed to me. If you look at my first video from this third iteration of the channel, you'll see that 5% of all of the viewers were returning viewers. And if I'm being honest, that's probably friends that came back to watch that video that had already subscribed back in the day. And that video only ever got to 331 views over time. To be fair, this video did better for me than any of the previous videos I'd ever done within the first week or so. Within the first week, I got 150 views, which to me was a lot. And I had to be comparative to obviously it's nothing in the grand scheme of YouTube, but I was like, okay, 150 people or so that I don't know or have any relation to decided to watch this video. So I was like, good start. From there, I just started posting videos on a pretty consistent schedule. At first, I wanted to do 2 videos a week. I tried that, that was very difficult. Then I switched to 1, then it kind of became 1 every other week. And I even went through some gaps where I didn't post for like a month or 2. My bad. But that luckily did not mean the death of the channel, because you'll see that even though I had a few spikes early on and some of the early videos I made did start breaking into the thousands, for the most part, it was pretty dead. I was maybe getting 20 to 50 views a day over the whole channel. And you can see that it wasn't until the summer that I started posting some videos that did pretty well. The video that really blew up my channel and got me to 4,000 subscribers was posted around this time, but as you can see on this spike, it didn't really blow up all the way until October, which is when the algorithm decided to pick it up. Which was kind of interesting because it kind of felt like it was mimicking a little bit of what that one video that had blown up had done years ago. I kind of had forgotten about it, and eventually the algorithm picked it up. After that initial peak, it looks like the algorithm decided to stop recommending it, and then it dropped down and I had a few little extra peaks here, but now it looks like I'm at a new standard. Essentially, I'm getting about 1,000 to 2,000 views a day across the channel, which is a lot better than what I had before. That video is what helped me get monetized. It helped me break 1,000 subscribers and those 4,000 watch hours. And it happened fairly quickly. And when people say that your first 1,000 is the hardest, I promise you it is. It was so hard. It took so long. And I just kept posting videos and I kept just feeling like, when is this gonna happen? I feel like I'm making these videos that take me hours and hours to create, and I'm getting like a couple hundred views, and it feels like it's really going nowhere. Well, I can tell you that it's very true that when it does happen, it happens quick. And when it does happen, the next 1,000 is so much easier. And something to remember here is that just getting to 1,000 doesn't necessarily mean that you are going to be monetized. You still need those 4,000 watch hours, and that took a long time to get. After I got 1,000, I was like, all right, here surely come the 4,000 watch hours, and it was glacial. It felt really like frustrating. And I was still kind of consistently gathering sort of subscribers along the way, but it wasn't until I got like 1,300 that I crossed that 4,000 hour threshold. And then I was able to get from about 1,400 subscribers, which is when I got monetized, to 2,400 subscribers in like less than half a month. So that's 1,000 subscribers. What had taken me essentially 9-10 months happened in less than a month. And then after that, I got to 3,000 in about a month. And now I am at 4,112. January 3rd of 2024. So you can see it starts ramping up. And of course you can kind of see it leveling out here. There was obviously that huge sharp jump once I got monetized. So the algorithm is being a lot friendlier now, and I can upload with a little bit less pressure worrying about, will anyone watch this at all? Because I know that at least within a month, each video will probably start getting about 500 to 1,000 views, which is nice. And what it also tells me is that as long as I keep making evergreen content, meaning content that can be viewed at any point in the future and still has relevance, then that means this could happen again. I could have more spikes like this. So in 1 year of being a YouTube channel, and like a legitimate YouTube channel, and actually trying, how much money did SoundLearn make? Well, spoiler alert, it's not a lot of money. It was $320.21. And that was starting from October 3rd when I got monetized to January 2nd, 2024. That's how much I made, $320.21. And so I know what you're thinking, $320 does not seem worth it. It does not seem worth it to spend a full year to essentially bust your ass and only make $320. And that's a fair assessment. A lot of people would not ever be down for that. But the idea here with YouTube isn't just to make money off of your channel. It's to build a brand and eventually create a source of passive income. And while $320 in a few months doesn't seem like a lot, the more videos that you get that hit the algorithm, the more that number will grow. And before you know it, you could have a nice little side passive income. This isn't my main job, and I don't plan for it to be my main job anytime soon. So even just the fact that I ever generated a single dollar from this channel already felt like a win for me. Like the fact that I got monetized, that was my goal. To then end the year and be like, look, I got like 300 and something bucks. That seems like a positive for me. And the hope here is that when I do this similar type of video a year from now, that number should hopefully be way higher, and I should be able to say this is a nice little passive income. Because the cool thing about YouTube is that once you've made content and it lives on the internet, if it's good content, people are gonna keep watching it. And if people keep watching it, you're still getting paid. So if you're considering becoming a YouTuber to make a quick buck, I can tell you right now, that is not what you're gonna get. And I knew that going in, and it's a long game. You essentially want to build a community and you want to build a brand that will hopefully eventually become something that can give you a little bit of side income and passive income. And if you're really lucky, maybe even becomes your full-time job. For me, that's not my current goal. My current goal is to just get to 10,000 subscribers is going to be my next goal. But the one thing I will say, aside from the money aspect, which like I said, wasn't my main objective to begin with, having a YouTube channel has been amazing for personal growth, because I've gotten work from the fact that this channel exists and somebody saw a video and then reached out to me to hire me as a freelancer that paid for the mortgage 1 month, which is insane. So even though, you only see 300 something dollars here on this chart, you could argue that the fact that this channel exists and is creating content has made me much more than $320. My camera died. That's why you're watching this weird clip out of nowhere, and I'm filming with my phone. But it's okay, I got all the information I wanted to get across, but it felt weird to just end the video there. So I'll close it with saying this: if you are thinking about doing YouTube, I highly recommend it. It's been a difficult journey, but it's been a really fun one, and it's been a very rewarding one, and I wish I would have started earlier. I mean, I did start earlier, but I wish I would have committed, is what I'm saying. And I challenge you, if you have ever remotely considered it, to just give it a shot. Don't put any pressure on yourself. Do it for a month, do it for 6 months, maybe try to do it for a year. See what happens. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. And well, that's it. Thanks for watching.